Sweet. Alright, guys. I'm not sure what this video is going to be about drugs you must never try or about the strongest you've ever done. So pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to just give out some high level orgasm for 30 seconds, then high level loving for 30 seconds, then high level money for 30 seconds, while I decide what the video is going to be about. This is another drugism video. So we'll start with lowest, moneyism, which is 0% ism. Real quick. So it'll be about a little bit of good advice. The number one best advice and skills I could give you for moneyism is three things. Number one, marketing, 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 master marketing, fall in love with marketing. Number two, failure and rejection from clients is not bad at all. It's actually really good and a good thing because with each failure you get from a client, you learn more and get experience, and you pretty much learn what not to say or what not to do and what to do. And pretty much by the time you fail, if you fail like 100 times with a client, it takes you 100 times you fail, you don't get a single sale with a client. I guarantee your 101st time, if your 101st time, 150th time, you will make your first sale. Okay, pretty much in general, like pretty much for me, for example, when I made my first sale of half of my first course about YouTube channel, my Street Monk Cash course, I pretty much had one sale that I made from that course, but I still half the course for $15. And I pretty much ended up making him. Yeah, first we were gonna pay 12, but I pretty much decided to make him up to date course the third job plus hustle of the moneyism course, which is what is called. We'll say is the collector. We'll call that one collector. So pretty much, sir, I made an up-to-date video on my new current latest techniques on the collector hustle, that job. On pretty much how I make money even easier with less work. And I made him that video for $3. So pretty much, if you're gonna buy my courses, rent my courses, and pretty much, if I decide that I want to see if I can give you more value, I'll offer to make you a custom extra video for anywhere from $5 to $20, depending on the video. What's the schedule you want, the video what you want, in general, whatever, and then you can figure something out. So basically, I'm always willing. Let's say you buy my moneyism course, and then you want more value from me, and you want me to make, and you want to get maybe another hustle, another two hustles, and you guys can email me after you bought the course. I will work with you. I'll tell you pretty much what you want. We will discuss it, and then you can pay anywhere from $10 to $20, and then I will make you an extra course video just for you, but it will be a video for everybody. But you're gonna be the first one to watch it. It's just for you, and you're gonna get it for 50% off. Let's say if I make that video for you for $20, and basically, for example, say the master level pickup course, and I make the secret video, which how I pick up girls online, with two other apps I use, which is my secret main money winning app. I make so much money off that app, my secret app, and my second app we got for free is Meet Me. I've gotten sex off of Meet Me. Like the first time I ever had sex legitimately not paying for sex, I got from a girl I met on Meet Me, which I think I talked to everyone for 6 days. I remember my former man, Master Black, pretty much insulted me and said that I'm a bum and I have no game. So I got angry, I got motivated, and within 6 days of him telling me that, I got her to drive an hour and a half from upstate to the Bronx to my building, to my crib, and we messed around. We didn't have full blown sex, but she brought me weed, and see that brought me weed, and we messed around. We made out. I groped her. She fucked her pussy. She fucked her panties on my dick. She grinded my dick OD for like a fucking hour and shit. We messed around. We didn't have sex, but we messed around. Like, we did a lot of foreplay stuff. Like, it was real nice and freaky. And then 2 weeks later, we hung out again. We just called her Amy. Her name's not Amy. Her name's such her A, but let's call her Amy. We hung out again in one of my best friends from high school, Jay Sean's crib, and this time we had sex. Condom sex, of course, but pretty much the sex was okay. But pretty much the two things I didn't like was that the room, it was summer in that time, and the room didn't have an AC, so we were both sweating like crazy. And also her pussy was really smelled a lot. So for all those reasons, the main reasons that her pussy smelled a lot, rather than keeping her and making her my baby mom's, and then having her become my driver and she knew how to drive, like an idiot, I just dubbed her pretty much because I didn't like the smell of her pussy, and that she was talking to somebody for like an hour and a half on the phone straight, and pretty much I don't know if that was her boyfriend or whatever, but I got paranoid, I was really jealous, and I was pretty much still, like, even though I had sex, I was pretty much still basically an introvert. Even though, yeah, I fucked the girl, legitimately not paying for sex, I was still considering myself an installer in that time. And I still kind of have sort of hatred a little bit for women and stuff in general. And I pretty much looked at women as sex objects. It pretty much took me to meet my master Tiger to stop looking and pretty much become more God realized, to pretty much stop looking at women as sex objects, start looking at women as people and really interesting. But after I hung my master Tiger the first time, I literally went from looking at women just from sex objects to falling in love and worshiping the female mind, spirit, and energy and their vibe, and just their beauty and just their presence. That pretty much when I started falling in love with women, and I pretty much started getting more game, more confidence after that. And pretty much when I first met Master Tiger, I was probably between 150 to 200%. I realized, and after me and Tiger kissed, and she went home on her Uber, I was allowed anywhere from 350 to 400%. God realized just from hanging out with her one time, and we hung out 4 to 5 more times since then. And every time I hung out with Tiger, my God realization increased anywhere from 30 to 60%. So pretty much between the last time, pretty much the first time I chilled with Tiger I became, I think, 340% got realized. To the last time I chilled with Tiger, I went from 40% got realized to about 650% got realized. Then from there, I was pretty much had a real deep connection with my former male Master Black, and we would talk on the phone every day for over 12 hours a day straight. Even while I was making money outside, we would talk, and while I was smoking crack, we would talk, and then when I was home chilling, we would talk. And pretty much from him, he got me from about, let's say, I was 550% got realized. He got me from 550% got realized to 690% got realized within the span of about 6 to 8 months, talking to me every day, teaching me about the street life, teaching me about gangster shit, real shit, being true, being real, not lying, being honest. He's been training into a better person than man, but I pretty much constantly fucked him over, constantly, so many times. Like, I realize now I'm away from him, I fucked him over really bad. He kind of, I feel like he really hates me on D. They went from loving me on D to hating me, but I feel like he still loves me overall. But I really fucked them over. They real bad and wrong, just because I wanted to smoke more crack. When pretty much all I have to do is just smoke 2 less blacks of crack a day. Let's just play 25 less of crack a day and just give it to him. And twice a week. That's all I have to do. Instead of smoking crack 18 times a day, I will just smoke crack 16 times a day or 15 times a day. And just because I wanted that crack extra 3 times, I literally fucked him over multiple times, dished him, not paying him the money that he needed, knowing that he's a heroin addict, that he gets sick real bad, and in massive pain and suffers a lot. Instead of helping him, this is how he suffers smoke crack. And everyone ended up losing him. Okay. Shit, this video went real random. Okay, I'm gonna talk literally drugism, DXM. So basically, the strongest drug I've ever done, even stronger than LSD, was DXM, aka Robitussin, aka dextromethorphan, which is a legal drug and it's really cheap. Basically, you can buy a bottle of syrup Robitussin for like $7, or you can get the generic brand for I think $4 to $5, or you can buy cough gels. It's not pills, it's cough gels for $6, I think, and the cough gels been 20 pills. Basically, all 20 pills are 200 milligrams, and basically, I will get high once every month of my senior year of high school, every 6 days or so, because my mom had me on a $1 a day allowance, so every week I will get $5 every week, so then I have to wait until the next following Monday to get to $6, and then I will buy 20 cough gels of the cough syrup of DXM, and I will do the whole thing on 20, and basically that high, because basically DXM has 4 different levels. There's the first pursuit, which pretty much basically feels like ecstasy / Molly. You pretty much get like a nice little high, and you pretty much feel good, and you feel light. Like when you walk, you feel light. You kind of walk like a robot a little bit, you feel light. They call it robo walking. And then the second pursuit, it becomes like a psychedelic. Even though the XM is dissociated though, but it becomes sort of like a psychedelic, where basically the highs, the second pursuit, I will take 20 calories up to 100 milligrams. Basically, I will sort of shrink. I'll pretty much start seeing things move and wave around like crazy. And when I close my eyes, I'll have massive imagination, massive visuals that look really real, right? And then the third pursuit of DXM was only did one time. I never went to the hospital before. What pretty much to do at third level, you have to take 60 cough gels. I ended up taking 53 cough gels and dishing the rest. And pretty much I got so fucking high that I literally forgot my name, forgot I was high, forgot I was a human. And pretty much my sister and brother caught me high, and they pretty much got concerned for me. They didn't know what was wrong with me. And they asked first they called my best friend Tico to ask him if I was with him when I did the drug, but he wasn't. Cause pretty much I only did DXM with friends only one time. I was with Tico. I'll talk about that a little later, but first I want to talk about the overdose. Basically, I didn't really overdose. It was pretty much, it was still, I overdosed, but I technically didn't. Because even though, I took 53 cough gels, pills was crazy. Who the fuck takes 53 pills to get high? Like, that's fucking insane. But I took 53 pills, and basically the high was so fucking insane and crazy that I had to go hospitalized and shit. And I remember my heart was real fast, and my brother went with me in the hospital truck, and I pretty much turned to my brother, I don't want to die. And my brother just looked at me with a concerned face. He didn't say anything. But basically, the doctor told me that I pretty much survived because I was pretty fat. During that time, I was about 250 pounds. I was like about, I think, over 100 pounds, so like 60 to 80 pounds overweight during that time in high school. And pretty much, he knows that I was fat. Basically, I ended up being survived because I was fat and it didn't affect me that bad. But pretty much after that, I think I was still doing DXM, but I wouldn't do as much no more. Basically, I took 300 milligrams, 20 cough gels over at least 30 to 40 times. I've taken 40 cough gels with the 600 milligrams. This is a high level second level high. Well, basically that high is basically extreme. You get massive amounts of visuals. You basically become like a mission. I feel like a whole room shrunk, and that the whole room becomes way wider. And it starts vibrating and shaking and being wavy. Like, that high is crazy. I'm telling you guys, DXM is the strongest drug that I've ever done. Even stronger than LSD. LSD is a close second though. Like, when I think about LSD is really strong. But DXM, Freaking 40 cards with DXM is stronger than 2 types of SD. But basically with DXM, you get some euphoria, but pretty much it's not really disoriented. So basically it's actually dysphoric, but pretty much during that time of my life when I was in high school, I was majorly depressed, majorly had massive social anxiety. Like I couldn't even talk to girls. The real girl would talk to me, I would shake and just say oh and okay. That's all I would really say. I would just say all the time and I wouldn't even say anything. And when even around guys that were confident and cool and funny, I would really just shake and be scared and just kind of hate them for being confident. Like pretty much, I hated confident, strong, and happy people in that time of high school in my life. Like it's weird because during middle school I was actually confident and really happy. Like I was sort of friends with everyone in the class. I mean, not with the girls. The girls I was more acquaintances with. The only girls I was really friends with from my middle school was pretty much this girl named Marcielle. She was a super slut. Like I ended up touching her titties like twice during middle school. That was my first sexual thing I ever did. If I wasn't on this fucking cheese bus, I probably could have fucked her and made her my girlfriend. Cause we had a little thing sort of, but I was pretty much, I didn't have no experience in the game or anything. I didn't know how to do girls at all. So I pretty much fucked it up a lot. But I remember the last day of middle school, I literally just put my hands in her titties and groped her titties. And pretty much I got scared. I thought she was going to snitch. But she ended up not snitching. So that's the closest thing I ever done to rape. But I was younger after I was a kid. I was like 12, 13 years old. I was like 12 years old. So, you know, it's okay. I was curious. But yeah. So anyways, yeah, that's DXM. If you're going to do DXM, I recommend the first time you buy, I recommend you always buy cough gels instead of syrup, because the Hive cough gels is more pure and stronger and better than the Hive syrup, and it has a lot of other additives and a lot of bad shit. There's a lot of guaifeneine. Most DXM syrup has guaifeneine, guaifeneine, some shit in it, which pretty much makes you nauseous and makes you vomit and shit. There's been lots of highs that's eating the syrup on DXM and I end up vomiting. But pretty much, after I vomit on DXM, I'll end up feeling so fucking good. But yeah, if you're gonna do DXM, buy the cough gels. They only cost $6. In Rite Aid, and I think you can find generic cough gels. They might even cost $4 or $5, but I don't think they have generic cough gels. Just buy the Robitussin cough gels, or you go to Rite Aid or Walmart, whatever. You can buy the Walgreens or whatever. You buy the Walgreens cough gels. I think the Walgreens cough gels cost about $5, while Rite Aid cough gels cost $6. So $6 you get high twice. I recommend you take 10 cough gels the first time, just to bring yourself how you feel. You're gonna be feel the first. That's the first pursuit dose. That's pretty much like a decent, like a medium level first pursuit dose, and you're gonna feel real light. And you're gonna feel euphoric, real euphoria, massive euphoria. You're gonna feel like ecstasy and Molly. Cause basically, once I make my drug use on Molly, cause I was a maniac for a while. But I can't get high on Molly no more. I've done Molly so much and ecstasy so much that I lost the magic, and Molly don't get me high no more. Like I think I waited like a year and a half, or I think when I met Tiger, I did ecstasy. I think I had about 2 years without doing Molly or ecstasy. And when I took that ecstasy, and I was talking on the phone on three-way with my master Tiger and my ex-girlfriend Julie. Like they really spoke and stuff or anything, and I had really fun that conversation. I was a little bit high. I felt the ecstasy barely, like maybe like 15%, but that wasn't even the ecstasy. I was just making high, talking to my girlfriend and my master Tiger, and I was just really happy and enjoying the conversation. Pretty much, Tiger pretty much gave Julie massive game, and pretty much talked about how Tiger has a sugar daddy in Connecticut that she sees. I don't know how often he pays her, but I think he pays her like twice a month or something. And she doesn't have sex with him. All she does is kiss him in his lap. And she was pretty much teaching Julie on pretty much how to get sugar daddies and how to get money from men and how to use men to get money from them, whatever you want from them, and how to get sugar daddies. And that was real fucking cool. Cause I swear to God, I love my favorite type of relation with women is the sugar baby, sugar daddy connection, the pimp and hooker connection, and the master and slave connection, aka dom / sub connection. Like I'd rather have a master or dom or a sub / slave than a girlfriend any day. And I would definitely want to have a fucking hooker that works for me and brings me money. Hell yeah. I'd rather have either a hooker, a slave / sub, or master / dom, or hooker any day over a girlfriend and wife. And they just say, oh yeah, I'll just put this out there real quick. Let's say there's a 5% chance that I sort of am a pimp or more of a marketer, and I basically have one employee in my second company in Lane Marketing, where she's my bottom bitch, and I pretty much market her, and I sell her pussy, and she pretty much fucks guys and brings me money. Let's say that's a 5% chance that's true. I don't want to say anything that's true or not, because I don't want the channel to get deleted. And I think my last channel got deleted because I pretty much started talking a lot about pimping and shit too much, and that's I think why I got that channel got deleted. And pretty much in my tablet, I'm not allowed to sign it on YouTube. Like, I'm back from signing it on YouTube in my tablet, so that's pretty much why I don't want to talk too much about pimping now. So there's only a 5% chance that I'm a pimp / sex marketer, but there's a 95% chance that I'm not. I'm not interested in selling sex. My main company, Ism Inc., sells true love, true bonds, and true connections. All right, that's enough talking, guys. Peace, guys. Peace.